Now we're going to go back to some Amber. Look at this. Look at these three mainstream media headlines. Johnny Depp's online fandom is toxic toward domestic abuse survivors. Amber Heard describes vitriol from Johnny Depp supporters. I'm harassed on a daily basis. She's a person. Amber Heard supporters endure insults and mockery. That is from, what is that, NBC News, from People Magazine, and from the Washington Post. Now look at this. Johnny Depp burning in hell. So what about that, Washington Post? What about that, People Magazine? What about that? What was the other one? NBC News? What about that? Huh? You fucking pieces of shit, mainstream media, pieces of fuck. Huh? And this gets me so angry. This is why I hate these people. I hate them all with a passion. And maybe that'll be one of the main reasons I don't like succeed in this game as much as I want to, even though I think I know I'm still going to succeed because I want to work hard. But these people fucking suck. They're horrible people. Horrible people. And look at the three. Well, this one doesn't say who wrote it, and this one, okay, let's see. No, this one doesn't say who wrote it. This one doesn't say who wrote it. And then look at this one, Emily Yar, right there. Toxic feminist. No doubt in my mind. Toxic feminist. Or a trans person. I mean, that doesn't look like a woman. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so look at this crap. Johnny Depp burning in hell, right? All right, that's one. So let's get this straight. Washington Post, NBC News, People Magazine, Johnny Depp burning in hell, that's not toxic? What about this? What about people lying? From Twitter, Queen Laura laughing at it. From Geist Rabbit on Twitter, this is just terrible, with that Amber Heard face, obviously approving of it. What about that, Washington Post? What about that, NBC News, People Magazine? What about that? Next one, manifesting this into existence, from Steph83815148. What about that, NBC News, People Magazine, Washington Post? What about that? From Lila's Garrity on Twitter. Two laughing about Johnny Depp burning in hell. What about that? NBC News, Washington Post, People Magazine. More violence from Sassy Carrie on Twitter. What about that? NBC News, Washington Post, People Magazine. What about that? And look at this person is verified. This is a verified person wishing death and hell on Johnny Depp. Roslyn Talusin. What about that? Washington Post, People Magazine. What was the other one? NBC News. What about that? What about that? This one, the fake Miss Minutes. He will be soon. He will be dead soon. They're saying he will be dead soon. What about that? Washington Post, People Magazine, NBC News. You pieces of shit. What about that? And I still got more for you, baby. Look at this shit. Right here from Greg Ellis. Just one of the many messages I received for supporting Johnny Depp. Being called a misogynistic cunt with a mental illness and a victim complex just fuels me even more. They make up lies, cast aspersions, send hate. It won't change the fact that Amber Heard is a husband beater. Look at that, I'm starting to get heated. Are you obsessed with Amber Heard because you are projecting the pain of being... Oh, you know what? It doesn't even fucking sound... You can read it. I'm not going to read that whole thing. You can read it. I'm not going to give this person the satisfaction. Now look at this. What about this one? Excuse me. What about this? People Magazine? Washington Post? What about that? Since assassinations are making a comeback, what are we going to do about Johnny Depp? What about that? NBC News? What about that? Fucking assholes. What about that? From Unearthed Muse. Oh, the other one was Alf Russi on Twitter. Look at this one. From Unearthed Muse on Twitter. Scheming, plotting, count your days, Johnny Depp. What about that? NBC News, People Magazine, Washington Post. What about that? Fucking assholes. And this one, Jack Ketch 1 on Twitter. It's all about giving the audience what they want. Depp repeatedly stabbed. What about that? Washington Post, People Magazine, NBC News. You pieces of shit. And this is the last one. Looking for a hitman in the UK. This is when Johnny Depp was having his tour in the UK. What about that? Washington Post, People Magazine, NBC News. What about that? You pieces of shit. What about that? You people are fucking pieces of shit. Every single one of you mainstream pieces of shit is a fucking piece of shit. And I wish I could meet these people in person. I do. And I wish I could talk to them right in their face. That's what I wish I could do. And one day I will. One day I'm going to see them at like a big YouTube conference or something. I swear, I'm going to get in these people's faces and I'm going to own their ass. So that looks like it's about it for today. Oh, okay, yes, there is one more. How much time we got? We got a little tiny bit of time. Let's go into this. We got some more Amber Heard. The social media movement around Depp Heard was, for many, a continuation of Gamergate. What the fuck? That's why, excuse me, that's why it's important that we continue to explore what happened, because it didn't end with the trial. Yeah, we know it didn't end with the trial. We know. We definitely know it didn't fucking end with the trial. Depp Heard was, I would argue, even worse than Gamergate, because the people who accepted the conspiracy at the heart of Depp's defense were oftentimes the demographic that would have opposed Gamergate. It included a demographic of women, domestic violence survivors, and liberals. Look, let me just tell you one thing. My channel is 75% women that watch my channel, and I'd say probably 80% of those, if not even more, are domestic violence survivors. So for you to even think, oh, Gamergate, dude, these women that are domestic violence survivors, they heard her on the audios. They heard her say, I hit you with a door and I punched you in the face. They heard her, dude. Okay, Cat 10 Barge, look, another verified douchebag on Twitter. They heard her. And you want to know what you're doing by doing this kind of shit? You're insulting their intelligence, because you make it seem as if they don't know what's going on because they're women. Oh no, they're domestic violence survivors. So they accepted the conspiracy. What do you mean accepted the conspiracy? You're insulting their intelligence. They heard her. Tell the world, Johnny, tell the world you're a victim of domestic violence. They heard her, the domestic violence survivors, dude. And some of the women were commenting on my TikToks. They were like, oh my God, she sounds like my ex-boyfriend. Yeah, because these women are aggressive as fuck now. And let's just run through these. Most people who don't know what Gamergate is, I don't know what that is. Didn't it have something to do with women online and they were always getting picked on or some shit? Outside of very online circles, but everyone knew about the trial and saw the anti-Amber propaganda. Yeah, right. It also caused a huge population to lose faith in the mainstream media because they didn't understand why mainstream media questioned the conspiracy. No. It has nothing to do with a conspiracy. They lost faith in the mainstream media because they literally watched the trial. They saw Amber Heard lie, and then they saw the mainstream media defending Amber Heard. That's why, you moron. This was the people's QAnon. Oh, come on. Why do you have to bring politics into this? Why do these people have to bring politics into this every time, man? This was the people's QAnon, and it's still going, just like QAnon kept going after Trump laws. No, now we have even bigger media-hating, conspiracy-primed population. It's not going to end well. No, it's not, because everybody has figured out that the mainstream media is lying to them. We've all figured it out. Sorry, Cat 10 Barge, you fucking moron. Everybody's figured it out. Don't be mad because everybody figured out these toxic feminists in media are all lying, dude. Don't be mad. Also, in regards to the screenshot in my initial tweet, okay, well, we can't even see that screenshot, so whatever. But all the tweets were full of shit. So, Cat 10 Barge, you're full of shit.